What's up, guys? Welcome back to Thug Life Gaming. I'm your host, Matt Rogers, and you're watching the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video review.
Their anger is righteous.
Taylor! Kane, Taylor just jacked into our comms.
At 7:31 a.m., a terrorist group detonated an explosive device on board this train.
The fall season of video games is always met with an abundance of AAA titles. Now, with graphics being pushed to their limits on new generation hardware, can a franchise best known for its gameplay stand out in terms of visuals? The first thing to grab your attention is going to be the menu screen. It's very easy to navigate and very user-friendly, but the highlight of it is the alternating backgrounds for each section. The animated environments and character models help distinguish each game mode and makes them feel completely unique. But it's only when witnessing the in-game content that Black Ops 3 begins to form its own identity. Throughout this game's campaign, I was quite impressed with the sheer diversity of the level design. From the flame-engulfed streets of urban warfare, aircraft dogfighting within sandstorms, to even World War II themed epic battlegrounds within snowy farmlands. Each one of them seemed completely refreshing and never seemed to disappoint.
He's been captured by the NRC. We're trying to locate him.
Kane, you have to help Khalil. He wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for him.
But it's not all ponies and rainbows. Black Ops 3 has its own fair share of problems. While playing the Xbox One version of this game, I noticed quite a lot of texture popping. I also feel as if the artificial intelligence programming for the first time feels somewhat out of date. And while playing 4-player co-op, there was a number of times that the frame rate dropped well below 60. However, a more prominent issue with this game comes from how dull and disappointing the sound effects truly are. From a simple grenade explosion to vehicles colliding with each other, every time I anticipated the booming sound of earth-rattling bass, I was instead met with what could pass as being a few fireworks.
You okay, Hendricks?
Yeah, never better.
When it comes to Black Ops 3's campaign, one thing's for sure, it's unlike any other game in the series. Now, this is a good thing, but at times can also be very bad. The pre-mission briefing rooms are a very welcome game feature. These areas allow you to manipulate things like the physical look of your character through a wardrobe system, your weapons and equipment within your loadout, to even a cybernetic core station that allows you to purchase and use special abilities throughout the campaign. Now, not to worry, because as fun as these abilities are to use, whether you're playing single player or co-op, they aren't transferred over into multiplayer, which I personally think is a very smart decision due to the fact that it might cause issues with gameplay balance. But perhaps my favorite part of these briefing rooms is the ability to access the data vault. This computer interface provides you with extra information about the game, including the option to listen to its entire soundtrack. This allows the player to form a greater appreciation for the beautifully orchestrated music that has gone into the game, and also helps you to recognize it throughout playing the story. Now, when it comes to that aspect of this title, the plot is actually very well done. I personally enjoyed it, but I can see a few people taking issue with the last couple of missions in the game due to the fact that they take a turn towards a much more sci-fi narrative. But in all reality, I personally felt as if this was a nice change up of setting in what is already a mysterious investigation into the psyche of these characters.
This can't be. Kane, can you hear me? Are you seeing this?
However, there is one thing that I felt was nearly a game killer. Now, I say this with complete honesty towards my opinion, but the dialogue for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is some of the worst I have ever witnessed in a video game. To put it in simple terms for you, it's corny as hell.
I guess the mission's over.
Find us transport for extraction, Hendricks.
Wait, you're kidding me, right? She's toast.
There's still a chance.
Hey! Do you hear me? She's dead! Accept it!
Now, this is not to be confused with the motion capture of the cutscenes because, for the most part, that aspect of the game is fairly impressive. But the consistent, cliche dialogue between the main characters makes this game hard to take seriously and ultimately takes away from the creativity of the plot.
I can't even begin to tell you how good this tastes. After those nasty MREs we've been living on, this tastes like heaven.
Black Ops 3 has a number of things that add to the replayability of its campaign, whether it be a large number of collectibles, the brand new difficulty of realistic, or the plot twist towards the end of the game, all of which will have you coming back for some extremely fun 4-player co-op as you and your friends start to unlock achievements. But the thing that's going to keep this game in your console well through the holidays is without a doubt the multiplayer.
Shut out.
The highly favored Pick 10 system allows you to customize your loadout to your own personal liking. Now, with a large number of weapons, attachments, perks, and equipment, the infinite amount of loadout combinations helps create a sense of individuality amongst all players. But the fun doesn't just stop there. There's two main things that make the Black Ops 3 multiplayer stand out from the rest of the Call of Duty titles. The first one is the implement of character classes known as specialists. Each one of them contains a unique special ability to give you an advantage throughout a multiplayer match. Now, not to worry because they are quite different from the abilities that you use throughout the campaign, and by putting a limit on how often you can use them, the multiplayer stays fairly balanced. Now, the options to customize not only the look, but also the taunt of your character specialist are subtle additions to the game, but nonetheless are simple value adds. However, the second subject that I feel the personal need to praise is the multiplayer map level design. You could make the argument that Black Ops 3 contains the best multiplayer maps in franchise history. The vibrant colors, natural environments, and very creative pathways that effectively utilize your new abilities to swim and wall run make these maps feel and play better than ever.
Soldado kill.
But just in case you've played the heck out of the campaign and perhaps want to take a little break from multiplayer, I suggest you hop on over into Zombies. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I've never been a fan of this game mode, but somehow Black Ops 3 managed to bring out my inner apocalyptic survivalist. Whether you're gambling on a more effective killing machine, acquiring a much needed confidence boost, or simply just listening to the awesome voice acting of Jeff Goldblum, running around these huge and incredibly detailed maps makes improving upon your best score ridiculously fun and addictive. Black Ops 3 is visually pleasing for a number of reasons. The animated environments and character models that make up your menu screen and the incredibly diverse and detailed level design of the campaign missions help create many moments of pure beauty. But unfortunately, at times these are held back by the huge issue of dull sound effects and the smaller problems such as texture popping and dropped frame rate. Now, this game's campaign is unlike any other title in the series. This is good in the sense of newly implemented game features such as your pre-mission briefing room and your new cybernetic core abilities, but it's also bad due to each one of the missions being plagued by some of the most cliche and corny dialogue I've ever heard. However, the plot and storyline for this game is structured well enough to somewhat make up for this and to keep you interested throughout completing it. But when it comes to how long you might be playing this game, the multiplayer is what's going to keep you coming back for months to come. The map selection is arguably the best in franchise history, each of which has been adequately designed to effectively utilize your character specialist, but also the new ability to swim and wall run. And just in case you feel the need to take a break from versing other players, you can always play alongside them in the ridiculously fun Zombies mode. This game at its core is phenomenal, but attention to detail is the one area that requires some much needed attention. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 receives an 8.7 here on Thug Life Gaming.
You've been made, Hendrix. What's the call?
Now!
Plan B?
Plan B. Kane, initiate secondary protocol, Echo 2.
What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that Black Ops 3 review. Again, expect to see many videos for this game, including the live streams, commentaries, and the upcoming tip videos. But just like at the end of all of my episodes, I want to give some recognition to you guys, the fans. So let's start things off with our fan spotlight. This week's winner goes to YouTube user Hunter Zimmerman. Because of how often you try to get the first comment on all of my videos, I just think it's awesome how consistent you are with either like the first or second comment. So thank you for being so damn supportive. You definitely deserve the spotlight. But now let's find out who got the Thug of the Week. Now, if you yourself want to get the Thug of the Week, or perhaps nominate one of your friends or family members, all you have to do is send me an email to thuglifegaming@yahoo.com letting me know what makes you a thug. This week's shout out goes to Landon Stuhlin. Now, I hope I'm saying your last name right, man, but regardless, this is a guy that I went to high school with, and I very frequently see him in the gym. Now, what impresses me about him is the transformation that he's put his body through here in the last 2 or 3 years. He's gotten in incredible shape, and it just goes to show the benefits that can come from living a healthy lifestyle. So congratulations, man, you definitely are a thug. But that is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to comment, share, click the thumbs up button, and subscribe if you're digging the videos. But I'll see everybody here in a couple of days. Keep living that life, because that is what thugs do. I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.